You live in a mall. You share a tribe with Barack Obama. Are you a bodybuilder? Are you a bouncer? Ah, guys, it's just Khaligraph. Or rather, Maria said it best. Or Mall O. You were born on 12 June 1990, and when you were just 1 month old, the Saba Saba riots occurred and stood a pivotal moment in Kenya's struggle for the multi-party democracy. Your mother was so into the politics of the time that she decided to name you after the assassinated politician Dr. Robert Oko. I wonder how many politicians had to be assassinated in the sake of naming your family, because you see, you're just the fourth of the seven children. I don't advise on gambling, especially with fetuses, but your mother, Omollo, she hit the jackpot with you. And unlike some of us who left high school with our heads high, you left high school unwillingly in form for due to school fees and needing to support your mom. I mean, no shit. When your mother is single-handedly propping up 30% of the school's GDP, priorities shift. Your dad wasn't the type to go get milk, but sadly he did pass on, which led you to relocate to Dandora. Academically, it was said that your report cards looked like they were signed by Diddy, trying to low-key tell you that you are now positive. Anyway, your new friend Brian said it best. A year before having to drop out, you performed at various events, sometimes even earning up to 15,000 Kenya shillings per show. And it was around this time that you worked as a bouncer for 500 Kenya shillings a day, till you got into some altercations with your superiors, causing you to pack up your luggage and your master's luggage, leaving. This is actually why Blaqbonez dissed you, and he said, I could really use a bouncer that knows a little bit about rap. But we know that's all just an act, but we'll get into that later. Your rap ambitions began in secondary school in Form 3, and a key moment was your 2009 participation in the Channel OMC Africa Challenge. You later strategically released the song Yego, capitalizing on the popular Kenyan javelin champion at the time, Julius Yego. You knew that the 2013 World Championships in Moscow drew a staggering global audience of over 5 billion TV viewers, in addition to the hundreds of thousands that would be in the stadium. You thought to yourself, what if I could associate my song with the trending athlete? I could gain significant exposure. When people across the globe search for Yego, my music also appears. And that's what you did. You cleverly promoted both Kenya and yourself. You knew that highlighting other success can bring attention to yourself. The song created a bond among Kenyans celebrating Yego's success, and now yours along with it. Now, a quick rewind for some nostalgia. Remember the airwaves back then? Buzzing with hits like Mafikizolo's Corner and Sauti Soul's Still the One. And internationally, we had Drake Started From the Bottom and Katy Perry's Roar as national anthems. No one could deny the culture of good music in the air at the time. You wasn't signed to any label, and you actually started your own record label and named it Blue Ink Corp. You also started a show of the most lit upcoming rappers in Kenya called Khali Cartel. You see, this was just another strategic move you made. You knew very damn well that if you set up the freestyle battles under your own company, Blue Ink Corp, it would be tricky and you could get dethroned if it's based over pure talent. So instead, you needed to set it under your own name. You needed to hold the authority and sway the narrative from jump, thus creating Khali Cartel. You see, with a corporation like Blue Ink, it's a different entity from yourself. So if the battle is under this entity, you no longer sway that narrative. So if there was an artist who actually outclassed you in the performance, and trust me, there were many, they wouldn't be taken that seriously because they were not on their own platform. And even if others came looking for that artist that they like who performed on your platform, they would still end up seeing you. Brilliant genius. So most of the artists who went there and dropped some serious bars, and trust me, they did, but they could just not make waves because not only is the event under your name, literally, but you also strategically performed your freestyle last. You got to hear all the artists' takes, so you knew how hard to hit. This of course puts these upcoming threats in your shadow, and in a way you expose them to the world wide web of label deals, which sounds like a good deal, but in the long run, you know them signing that contract means them signing their soul, since some of them are just youngins or they just don't understand business, music, and influence. You see, the evolution of the music industry from Edison's phonograph to today's digital landscape is a story of continuous innovation, entrepreneurial spirit, and changing consumer habits. The initial realization that recording and selling music could actually be a profitable business was a crucial turning point that set the stage for massive and complex industries that we know today. So it wasn't always about selling the music, it was about selling the phonograph so consumers could listen to the music. And this is where we have to give you your flowers. you do know your business shit. There are those who did stand up to you, including, should I say, Mr. or Mrs. Octopizzo. You two had a rap beef battle in Gara, and you proved that you were better than him when you beat him lyrically and physically that he got so angry he climbed down the stage to attack one of your supporters. After you saw that you beat the so-called Kenyan rap king lyrically and physically, you went and recorded a track called I Run 254. Next, you had your beef with Rosary, but it must have been staged as we had both of you appear after Steph Capella, where you were both given a random beat to freestyle to off the dome, and you started performing a pre-written song. Bro, another one of your beefs was with Blaqbonez, where he said Khali didn't deserve the Best in Hip Hop Awards at Sound City MVP Awards, which occurred on January 11th in Lagos, the poor guy's own country. I mean, he must need some ice for that spice. In fact, you two were actually in a fight at your studio, but luckily being from Saudi Soul came to the rescue. Let's quickly dive into your love life to see the type of girls or ladies you roll with. And a woman can really tell a lot about a man and his home. I'll be real about why I choose to leave a certain relationship. I'll discuss physical abuse, financial manipulation, emotional abuse, slander, and threats on my life. Wrote Cash Karimi, your ex and baby mama, on an Instagram post. Standard Digital Entertainment reached out to your manager Francis. He declined to comment on the allegations, saying, "No comment for now." Now, we are on to your current wife, Georgina, and she shared a video on TikTok at your Porsche house with your swimming pool while she was jamming to one of your songs with your two little angels in the background. Meanwhile, your wife was selling us her peaches. Then, one of the chronic keyboard warriors went on a mission past the terrains of the comment section, over the valley of chronic first repliers, and through the shame of snitchery to say, I want you to listen, and to listen to me well. That husband of yours, Khaligraph, is playing you with a certain shorty here in Joska. DM for more information. Like, it was some ad for instant acne cream, but the way she responds says it all. Also, you. Go have fun with him. But funny enough that you got yourself a light skin, I guess you figured if I can be light skinned, might as well get myself a light skin. But you, Khaligraph, are not a man shy of confronting your critics. One of the leading podcasts in Kenya, the Mic Check podcast, were criticizing you on how you try force an American accent, and you actually went and did a show with them. And this is, I'm just very curious because on the show you said you lost 10 kg in water weight in 15 days. Is this possible, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Now, moving on to your collaborations. One of your most famous locally and infamous internationally, Hiroshima. The collab with you and Dex. I'm not going to say it's not good to diversify into the Western market, but let me just ask you, why Dex? And the worst part is that you two didn't even put any effort to meet and shoot the video together. No. Then you were bragging about being given a shout out by Rick Ross, the same man who stole the name and the image of a real gangster and was once part of the Popo. That's a story for another day. Now, when it goes to business, you will have partnerships with Galactic Mobile Phone Accessories, which is a company focused on providing more affordable quality phones to the Kenyan market, which seems noble enough. We also have your cherished car garage for pimping out old cars called Omollo Custom, which is an achievement I'm sure your father Omollo would be very proud of. Of course, there's also your record label Blue Ink, under which you dropped major successful projects like Khali Cartel. Let's not forget your partnerships with OD Best and 22 Best. As for Khali Cartel, we must admit that this was a great platform for upcoming artists and gave them great exposure, showing that you can be selfless. Sadly, calling you selfless would come at a cost, because can we truly say supporting war and hate is any good? Sending our own into senseless battles to carry our flag and attack our own fellow brothers and sisters and mothers, not to mention the babies? What have they ever done to us? And just like the recent situation with Toxic Lyrically, Broken Boys, and Diana Cards, where artists say that they don't support the message, but they still give their time and attention to this cause, makes no sense. You knew what the event was about and you still went to have a meeting. Even if you didn't perform, they already used you to push their agenda without paying you. Your English rap is not bad, and the fact that you can blend this with Swahili is very impressive. Genre wise, we haven't really gotten any good storytelling tracks from you, and we can't really say that you've dropped a classic, but we will keep checking. Your main area is rap and hip hop, which you are not the best yet at, and not absolutely the worst per se, because we have artists like Dax. Dax is just fighting for the last part at this point. But anyway, why let your lack of creativity make you go copy an entire song from 50 Cent? A whole chorus. What are you doing? Now, for what we came for, your lyrical breakdown. Are you a rapper or are you a capper? Now, because you predominantly use Kiswahili in a lot of your major hits, we had to take your lyrics from what we considered your best English performance, which was Khali Cartel 2 lineup. We'll be looking for things like flow variations, wordplay, deep messages in the music, rhyme scheme, double entendres, not just how catchy it is, because even science has proved playing an annoying sound over and over and over again eventually makes it catchy due to familiarity. So let's get into it.
I came with an award for the best rapper in Africa, they kissing ass.
No lie, this bar was fire considering that you made TNT kiss your ass when they said that you are better than Nasty C in an interview. So we will give you that line. We'll give you that line.
Bet you thought I wouldn't do that shit. Now I call your favorite rapper for a battle, but that would be embarrassing cause he gon' get booed that quick. I'm talking to you, dog, you that bitch. This the gang, hit him up, Tupac shit.
Okay, this thing of referring to Tupac as a thug shows that you know nothing about the industry abroad. And if you did, you would understand Tupac was more of an actor. But this is a common mistake, so we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
King of the dot, URL, mother move verse clips. And I can understand why you cats pissed. Listen, while I was making major moves, y'all was making jokes. All you Kenyan rappers look at me, you should be taking notes. Funny, I'm the rapper that they hate the most, but man, I give a fuck like me be high on a Jamaican coke. And ain't no way that I'm gonna pass the mic, OG. I'm taking this shit to the afterlife. Groupies everywhere, all these hoes trying to smash the night. Why this nigga tripping? My bad, oh, that's your wife? Where I'm from, you get shot for the paper. Low key, man, I got cops on me radar. I head off the pack on the top elevator. Even Casper call me Doc Shibboleza. Kenya is where to go if you wanna create the wave. We give this foreign artist a platform and major pay. Poxy pressure must be turning in his grave. Cause Burna Boy insulted us, but we still let him get up on that stage.
This was a statement to Burna Boy because he was given a plate of what I would assume was unoriginal jollof rice on Afro Prime, and he said, "This must be from Kenya," when in fact it was from Ghana.
But we still let him get up on that stage. KOT's all talk, they don't back it up with moves. A bunch of keyboard warriors who ain't got enough to lose, and that is a bitch stunt. Look at what you did, son. You looking to get burned. My syllable rhyme arrangement so that unique comparing to Big Pun.
Big Pun was an American rapper from the Bronx, so you used his name as a pun. I'm sure that bar got a lot of preschoolers like, "Oh no, he didn't," but it's okay.
I'm in it, okay, until I make it a million days. Usituke kwa nabado natoa ngoma na wasanii kama wilipozei. Listen, I'm in it, okay, until I make it a million day. Yendo wakati maybe ndachorea kuroga my nigga, I'm in it to stay.
So overall, we could say that Khaligraph is more of a businessman than he is a rapper. So we would just have to label you as cap, and we won't be playing your tracks anytime at our events. I'm sorry.